what's up everybody? I hope you're all doing well out there. Thank you guys as always for taking the time to stop by the channel. Today we're diving into the new Gloria Steinem biopic called The Glorias, written and directed by Julie Taymor. Gloria Steinem is an amazing woman who has led a life that's just bettered the world in so many different ways. So let's dive into this movie to see how it captures her life.
Speaking your mind will get you in deep trouble.
The truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off.
Now, the first thing that jumped out at me and had me really engaged was how this story was structured in Taymor's writing. It's far from a normal biopic, and I think it worked for just telling the story of a woman that was far from normal herself. How the story is layered and how it progressed through the pivotal decades of Steinem's life had a charm to it that created a lot of intrigue. There was a charisma in how this story was told, and overall I really did enjoy that. It very much feels introspective, and that reflective tone to exploring her life I thought overall was a nice choice. It gave the film a sincerity that I think can easily engage you as you watch. Now, I will say the movie felt like a celebration of Steinem's life more than it felt like a deep dive of her accomplishments and all the obstacles that she faced. However, I don't think that hinders the film's quality. The tone and the artistic styling was just something that was the intention here. So how this movie will connect with you may come down to just your expectations of it going in. It doesn't skim over her life without detail, yet it does progress through some major milestones pretty swiftly throughout, and that's something that will be a little hit and miss with people given the runtime in this movie is hovering in at around 2.5 hours. Another unique aspect of this film that did take me a minute to really connect with, but as it continued was effective in engaging my curiosity in the narrative overall, were the multiple Glorias. Steinem here is captured in 4 generations. We get a childhood Gloria played by Ryan Kira Armstrong, a teenage Gloria played by Lulu Wilson, as well as Alicia Vikander playing the adult version, with Juliane Moore serving as the middle-aged and older versions of Steinem. And I really enjoyed how each of these actors brought their own nuances to capture the growth and the life of Steinem. I liked how it explored Steinem's childhood and her adolescent years to show how that period would inevitably go on to impact her life. That compelling foundation did lead nicely into Vikander and Moore's portrayal of Steinem as well. However, I will say the editing of these timelines with one another, particularly in the first half of the film, is more than a little bit choppy, and the overall progression of the story does feel a little uneven in places due to multiple story layers being too fragmented with one another. Really a bulk of the first hour is a lot of jumping around. For me, it really hindered the flow and the ability to completely connect with what was going on earlier in the film. I will though say that after a little bit you can kind of see the pattern emerge as the focus flows back and forth through the multiple decades. It does stick with each story for longer segments as it progresses, but I will admit that early on it really would have been easier to connect with Steinem's saga had it stuck with each timeline for just longer time periods. I got used to it, but I can see where some people will have a hard time just investing in what feels like a sporadic and very lengthy first act. I don't think it kills the intrigue of the movie though. There's still plenty of substance and a charming atmosphere that can just really take you on the journey of Steinem's life. All the performances are excellent. The supporting cast with names like Bette Midler, Janelle Monáe, and Timothy Hutton all bring heart and energy to their roles that overall created an appealing ensemble of characters for this movie. On the technical side of things, it definitely delivers a surprising amount of visual appeal through its styling. It created just an artistic expression that to me was really able to give the movie a unique visual texturing without feeling overdone or getting in the way of the storytelling. And to me, the cinematography, the direction, the lighting, and the production design all complemented the subject matter perfectly. And in the end, despite a jumpy story progression early on, it really settles down. I enjoyed the movie, so The Glorias is going to get 80% on the meter. It does much more right than it does wrong, and it delivers a collection of great performances. It will really do a good job of taking you on the adventure of this woman's life to capture the monumental things that she accomplished to just better the rights of women, not just in this country, but worldwide. So I would certainly recommend checking this movie out if you watch the trailers or you're interested in who just learning more about Gloria Steinem. Now for today's My Silver Screen recommendations, of course I have 3 other biopics about groundbreaking females in history. First up is 2002's Frida, starring Salma Hayek. Next up is an underrated movie just from back in 2018 called The Private War, starring Rosamund Pike. And finally, I'm selecting a TV movie that is still very good that I recommend checking out if you haven't seen it. It's starring Lynn Whitfield, called The Josephine Baker Story from back in 1991. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop it a thumbs up, leave a comment below. I'd love to talk movies with you guys. Share it with your friends, and without question, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can never miss a video. Here are some links to some recent reviews just in case you missed them. All my social media links and the link to our official website are down in the description below, and I'll catch you next time.